The Texas Supreme Court is going to be allowing their judges to refuse same-sex marriage. In Texas, same-sex marriage is going to be refused. I just have a question for gays for Trump.
What's up, Boo? I'm right here. What's your question? I have a question for you. What does Trump have to do with this? Just as a reminder, I didn't vote for Republican conservative lawmakers in Texas. I voted for Donald Trump, and as far as I know, he has no affiliation with what is happening in Texas right now. Chicken Littles, once again, the sky is not falling. I have a very simple solution.
Wake and bake, y'all. It's time to educate, entertain up in this place with your girl, Dean FM, Dean Faison Milford, here for your creature. What? And today, I wanted to do another reaction video. First of all, I got my hair down. I wasn't planning to make a video today, but I was thinking about this. Like, this channel got me thinking. Got your creature comfort over here in the ether, thinking about these little cartoon animals that be presenting explosion MAGA. They just be ripping for shreds. I've never seen something so dark delivered so cute. That's kind of what I'm doing here, but no. This reaction video today is going to be to Gay MAGA celebrate gay people losing their rights. Started watching a couple minutes of this and like the Birth of a Nation reaction. I kind of just, was more of a spur of a moment type of thing because I had so much to say. I'm like, I can't just be the Kiki all by myself. It's not right. Apparently, this is a gay person in Texas. He is reacting to changes to gay marriage in Texas. So I guess this, here I gotta go with the caveats because I feel like I gotta start saying that. What's fair and what's not is very tricky on YouTube. Having to explain over and over again, you know, I do dark humor here, but I also try to teach, explain like the growth that I'm going through as somebody who is actually trying to grow and who is coming here with good intentions. Whatever jabs I poke is strictly in a kiki type of way here. I'm not a mental health professional, but there is gonna be an aspect that I would like to discuss here that I don't think people are thinking of when it comes to discussing things like this. Before I get into this, I had a few points that I wanted to make sure that I keep in mind when I talk about this. And if I don't get into these during the video, I'm going to make sure I get to them at the end. It's my theory where I know I can relate what advice I'll have for him. Let's get right into it. And I want to turn y'all to this channel too because I think it's fun.
Hey folks, hope you're doing well today.
I am.
Well, it turns out that gay people are losing their rights in Texas. And of course, gay MAGA who voted for Trump are out here celebrating this.
Texas judges can now refuse to marry gay couples if they feel like it goes against their deeply held religious beliefs. And I gotta be honest with y'all, I would be lying if I said I gave a f. I mean, I would give more of a f if you guys gave more of a f about your partners and upholding what constitutes a marriage.
So, this is AJ. We've featured him on the channel before.
Really quick, stats. Boo, this is politics that you're talking about. When you're talking about MAGA, better have some facts.
Very interesting approach to this argument. You saying, hey, gay people are losing their rights, but I don't care because I have the moral high ground because all of you aren't taking relationships serious enough. Like, because you're not taking relationships serious enough, you don't deserve them. Let's dive into this.
Right now, it just came out that Texas Supreme Court is going to be allowing their judges to refuse same-sex marriage. In Texas, same-sex marriage is going to be refused. I just have a question for gays for Trump.
What's up, Boo? I'm right here. What's your question? I have a question for you. What does Trump have to do with this? Just as a reminder, I didn't vote for Republican conservative lawmakers in Texas. I voted for Donald Trump, and as far as I know, he has no affiliation with what is happening in Texas right now. Chicken Littles, once again, the sky is not falling. I have a very simple solution to what's happening in Texas. Go to a different judge. In other words, judges or whoever's officiating your wedding that honestly views your wedding as an abomination is not being forced to do so. I don't know about you, but I see that as a good thing. I don't want somebody involved in my special day that is simultaneously side-eyeing me and looking at me and my partner in disgust. I do not want that type of energy around me on my special day simply because they're being forced to do it. I will find somebody else that would be thrilled to be a part of my wedding.
Okay, so AJ, I don't think we've been formally introduced. I'm the leopard here to eat your face.
My prediction.
And so you might not be in on the joke, but it's the whole, I didn't realize voting for the leopards eating my face party would result in leopards eating my face. It's basically an analogy to you voting against your own interests. A gay man who voted for someone who is against the LGBTQ. There was a whole book on it, the Project 2025 handbook, that really outlined all the ways that they were going to take away your rights. And you were right there first in line like, yes, sign me up. But not only that, now as we see them putting it into effect,
how the hell is that possible?
We're out here celebrating it.
Like, so
and
he went.
The thing about America is we're all supposed to be equal. We shouldn't have to
some
seek
of
out a
adding up.
certain judge whose views are in line with yours for you to be able to be married. This should just be a right available to everyone equally.
Absolutely. People don't know how rights work. People don't know how rights work at all.
You're like signing up to be a
you have a right to walk around and do it
like a trained seal when you become one.
I'm a little confused because isn't this what you guys would want? Like no commitment whatsoever? I mean, I find it pretty ironic that the same community of people that ostracize me for speaking up on social media and saying that as a community, we should have a little bit more self-respect. We should get away from hookup culture, focus on establishing more meaningful relationships, is now the community worried about marriage. Now you want to be a housewife. Now you think you're husband material. Girl, you have community. I mean, y'all are out here cheating on your partners. You have a roster. You know, when you do get into a relationship, you open up the relationship. You get married. It's definitely not till death do us part. It's until...
Okay, I'm going to put this in. My hypothesis time, this person has some money behind him. Privileged. If he is in Texas and he's talking like this, I was a self-hating person at one point that didn't really want to think that I had to grow up, but I never went down the MAGA hole. So I don't know how. And let me just say this outright. Let's talk about what we're talking about here, because this person is not white. In this video, they do not address the color aspect, which I just think is interesting because, especially with the gay man, like, it's the only video I have. He's so misguided. When is it just stating the obvious and beating a dead horse and making a spectacle out of something? For this person, I don't feel bad for them. The regime is falling quite quick. I think capitalism is still, for the most part, running it at the moment. I will say that I think if mental health was talked more, we would give each other more leeway and have more understanding of perspectives, places, and placements and racial dynamics in America. This testing pot, weird science experiment. Apparently the whole world's laughing at us. I can tell you that for a fact. I asked my man, I call him GP, is the majority of the world like vibing or negative thinking about America? And he said the majority is pretty skeptical. I think there's some deception. Okay, let's keep going before I make this a million years long.
Up the relationship, you get married. It's definitely not till death do us part. It's until or I find something better. Yes, experience this firsthand. I see people doing it. People are in my DMs and then I go to their page and they're in a relationship and I'm like, if you just wanted the tax breaks or the life insurance policy, get your bag, I guess. And this definitely applies to straight couples as well, so don't get it twisted.
And so there we see
oh my God, this
advocate for better morals and values when it comes to relationships. And yes, that's something we actually talk about all the time on this channel, but that shouldn't be a reason that a group of people lose rights. It couldn't be more clear that it's a single group being singled out, a group you're part of, and you are here celebrating.
I don't know
like
if
some
necessarily
kind of like
that's what this person would need to hear.
I don't know. You're cheering for the group actively against you. But don't worry, I'm sure AJ is going to make sense of this all. I'm sure he's going to advocate for gay people having the right to vote. Here, let's take a look.
Of course, okay, but I think feel like also gay people should have the right to get married, and I feel like the majority of the population agrees with that and is on the same page from both aisles. You
don't know anything. You don't even know.
All this definitely applies to heterosexual and homosexual marriages and relationships.
No.
I mean, the dating pool, bitch, it needs chlorine because there is piss in that pool. It's just hard for me to feel passionately about
love this guy's wordplay.
You
gotta wordplay.
When I feel like a lot of people are just getting married to say that they
Let's just get into the advice then. I think the advice I would have for you, boo, is you better. Inherently, I don't believe like a person like this should have a platform. So at first I was gonna be like influencer to no, I don't think ethically to be able to have a platform after you've spoken like this, I don't think is right. Boo, these people may tell you that they love you. These people may tell you that they got your back. They aren't looking at you admiring. One thing that I've learned is that a lot of people, conservative people, that would reach out to me back in the day, and I'm lost and I'm depressed and I'm running off of suicidality and like the comfort of back in my life one moment. No, those aren't good things to live on. And people reach out to you. You want any community that you can get sometimes, and that's just, those things mean a lot to people who are literally experiencing different realities from us.
Because they think it's what's expected of them, rather than making a promise to
somebody. Oh my God, why does he act like he's a philosopher? Somebody's gassed him up.
And yes, there is toxic people everywhere you look, but there's also good people.
They don't want you to be you, boo.
Good people don't deserve to lose rights because some toxic people misbehave. Furthermore, when we see policies like this disproportionately affect a specific group, this is literally what they call oppression. And again, you're out here celebrating it like some moron. Either way,
did you want me to unsubscribe? What is it? This is political satire, what they're doing, and I think it's actually pretty cool that you kind of can think about it in different ways. Both comedy and entertainment can come with an educating factor that can be transformative, and I don't know what this person's experience is. When we're scrutinizing this level of thing, somebody like that can come off as like a token. Spectacle, at the end of the day, why are we focusing on it? Why are we harping on it? I really hope y'all understand how systemic things work and how education, like, we don't know. I just confidently can tell you that nobody knows anybody's story. I mean, do y'all homework, y'all. Love each other. Ciao. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.